Doug, it's good to have you on our show today. It's been months since the elections. How have you been?
Oh, great. There's life after you lose an election after all. So I'm surviving.
Well,
things are great.
I mean, I know that we saw your declaration, your intention and all of that, but before we get in that, let's talk about how you've been getting off from ministry, because you're still in politics. You're representing your constituents and all of that. What have you been doing? Some of the things that you missed when you were so busy. What have you been doing?
I mean, there are some things I miss. I miss the fact that you can have people visiting with challenges, and with a stroke of a pen, their problems are solved. Community issues are resolved, and you are making them happy. You have chiefs who come and say, can you please come and help me? My school building is dilapidated. When it rains, the children can't go to school. You call your staff and say, let's build this school. And in no time, they have a new school.
Right.
So it makes you happy that you're a problem solver. Through the providence of God, you're at a place where you can solve problems for people. So that is the part that I miss. But there's a lot of load off my shoulders. I used to go to work 6:30 a.m. in the morning so that people can walk in without appointment from 6:30 to 8.
Okay.
And leave work around 8 p.m. on a very good day when I'm lucky. So I was doing the 13-hour, 14-hour days.
Wow, how are you surviving that?
It's exciting. You don't even see the time moving, because during the day you go into events. During the day you are being invited to a school, and when I have a brief moment to myself, I just walk into a school.
So, Doc, thank you for really gracing this chair, and I'm enjoying the conversation so far. So, our brother who sold his pay is coming through again.
Yes. He sent me to America, funded my entire trip, and I was there in America, all at his expense. And interestingly, when I decided to come to politics, he funded my campaign. Yeah, because he was well-to-do in Germany, things were great for him. So yes, my friends contributed, but a large chunk of the money came from him.
The day he said that, no, you know what, I don't think I should send money for you to build a house for me yet. I think you should go to America. How did you feel?
I felt so good. I felt like this guy was brought into this earth to be my companion, to help me when I need help, and to help him when he needs the help. So together we can create a better future for our family. And when I say family within Asante context, I mean the clan, the grandchildren, or my grandma and his children. That clan. The second to go to high school from that clan, the first to go to sixth form, the first to go to university from that clan. All my grandma's children and grandchildren. And here was Thomas, making it possible for me at every turn and turn around and return a favor. Show him the way.
Thomas. Do you also have an English name?
No, somehow I don't have an English name.
You didn't?
You see, he was named after my father's younger brother.
Okay.
And the younger brother had an English name.
All right.
But he went to school, unlike my dad who didn't go to school. You normally pick up the English name when you go to school. And my dad didn't go to school. You know, among the Ashams at the time, you didn't take your father's last name. So Adutwum is not my father's last name.
Oh, really?
Adutwum is my father's uncle, the one I was named after.
Okay.
Those days, you didn't pick your father's name. No, you wouldn't have 10 Adutwums or 5 Adutwums. No. You took the last name. Your last name was the name of the person you were named after.
Okay.
So in order to bring your father into the picture, you take your father's name as your middle name. So my father was Osei, and that's my middle name. And my grandfather, who was named after, was Adutwum.
Okay.
And so my last name is Adutwum.
Oh, wow.
And he didn't have an English name, so I didn't get an English name.
I'm curious about when they told you that, listen, let's get you to America. You know, it goes through process, visa application, and now the idea. Did you sleep? Were you able to sleep?
You're always thinking, will this be possible? Will it not be possible? But finally it was possible, and I go and started out life in America, interesting adventure. Went at the time when there was the Rodney King riots, the older people remember Rodney King was mercilessly beaten by a group of white policemen. And at the time I went there, the case had been adjudicated, and the black people felt the white people didn't get, they believed that they should have punished them, and some of them went free. So there was a huge uproar in Los Angeles. Buildings were burned, shops were burned, and that was when I arrived.
Wow.
So it was an interesting time to be in a foreign land and going to school and trying to get a job, and there was no job for you because business had been banned. So it was an interesting welcome.
How did you struggle? How much or how many years did you struggle to be able to find
Oh,
your
no,
feet?
no. It took about 2 years, and then I got a job as a PE coach, instructor, coach the volleyball team. We won the LA area champions.
Look at that.
And they call me Coach Yaw. And then I took the exams that prepares you to become a teacher. And I did so well on the exams. So the school where I was just a coach, they asked me, you can tutor the kids. And so I became a math tutor. And then later on, in the state of California, they were changing high school from 3 to 4 years. So they needed more teachers. And the exam that I took qualified me to teach. So I took a few courses at University of California in Los Angeles, and that qualified me to teach mathematics. So I became a math teacher.
Did you at any point feel that you had abandoned the dream of land economy, despite you being in America?
In land economy, the equivalent in the United States was called real estate. So when you do real estate in the United States of America, and you are an immigrant, you're not going to get a job with their department where at the county level, they have something at the city and county level. But you are not going to get that job. It was people who were citizens at the time. So, and doing real estate was going to be difficult. So it was, in their case, a buying and selling of properties. And when you have an asset, and you're on the phone trying to pitch for people to buy, nobody's coming to you. Nobody's coming to you. So I started briefly and decided, no, I can't do this job. And then when I passed the exams for teachers, then I began teaching mathematics. They had a shortage of mathematics teachers in the US at the time. So when you can teach mathematics, there was a job for you. So I began teaching mathematics.
How long did you live in Los Angeles?
Oh, almost 26 years. So I went through teaching as a substitute teacher. In the US, when a teacher doesn't show up in school, they have to call a temporary kind of teacher to take over. So that's what I began with for 2 years. And then after that, I got a job as a full-time teacher of the Los Angeles Unified School District. Are
your parents still alive?
No.
By the time you were going to Los Angeles, were they alive?
They were alive, and when I was in LA, they were alive. They came to visit.
Oh, wow.
My dad visited twice. My mom came once, and I just wanted them to see a country they would otherwise not see. The Abutre, I wanted them to come and see it for themselves. And I remember when my dad came, we sat at night time and talk about Wasa and Antobam and Openia Nancy and all the old stories when I was growing up. And I asked my dad, how did you see so far away from... And my dad used to tell me that they used to tell us, tell people that all my children will travel abroad and they will do well. So I used to ask him, Dad, how did you see so far off from where we were, where we had nothing, and you had this great dream and vision for us that will succeed in life? My dad was my chief motivator.
Right. Did you start your family in Los Angeles?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I met my wife.
Okay.
Who was also a Ghanaian.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it intentional?
We went to the same church.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was natural to.
What church was? Did you?
Church of Pentecost.
Oh, yeah, so you've been Church of Pentecost through and through, beginning till date.
Yeah. So one interesting thing was when my dad visited, and one day we had lunch together. School was on vacation. I was home. We had lunch together, and after we finished eating, he picked the dishes, wanted to go and wash them. And I said, Dad, no, we can't do that. I have to wash these things. You don't have to do that. He said, no, allow me to wash. So he washed the dishes, and after we finished, He said, sit down and let us talk. I sat down, he said, you know why I washed all those plates? You were supposed to, but I washed them because I want you to know something. That when you give birth to a child and the person has done more than you could do, you hand over everything that you have within you. Every energy that God has given to you, you hand it over to Him so that He can go and fight and become victorious on your behalf.
Oh.
He said, looking at you, you've come here, you are teaching. At that time I was even a teacher. And he said, you are teaching. You've done something I never thought I could do in my life. And today, I hand over the baton to you. You are in charge. You are older than me now.
Oh.
And I want you to go out there, become successful.
That's very significant, very profound.
Very profound. And he said, move on. And you're going to succeed. And I did succeed.
Very profound. Very, very profound.
Yeah.
Did he get to visit Thomas as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he didn't get to visit Germany. But Thomas came to visit us in the US when he was there.
Oh, that's so nice.
When he was there, so we get to meet and had a chat all the time, talking about growing up. He was there twice, and then he passed on later when he came back.
Fast forward. Did you decide to come to Ghana? Were you called to come to Ghana? How did you convince your family, the clan, that you hoped to really hold together? Because, of course, from where we sit, we know that if you're abroad, you're the hope of the family.
Yeah.
How did you convince them? So 3 questions and 1. Did you decide to come? Did you receive a call to come? And when you did, how did you convince the people that mattered to you?
Interestingly, when I started teaching, I charted a path for the rest of my life. I wrote it down and said to myself, I'll teach for 10 years. After that, I will be a school administrator, a principal for 10 years. After that, I'll be in politics. But at that time, I thought I would be in American politics.
Okay.
I would naturalize, and I wanted to pride myself of becoming the first Ghanaian American congressman.
Look at that.
Yeah, and maybe a senator down the line. And at that time, I was very well known in the South Los Angeles community. My students have graduated, they were working. I knew I could run and win in Los Angeles. And sometimes the thought of coming back to Ghana also come, what about doing politics in Ghana? But my first preference was to do politics there because of the impact I had made in the community, building schools for them. And one day, but I was still involved in the Ghanaian politics because I was the vice chairman of the MPP California chapter.
Okay.
So I was still in tune with what was going on over there. When President Kufuor was running for office, he came, and I was then also the president of the Ghana Association of Southern California.
Okay.
So I was able to help raise funds for him to come and support his campaign and all that. So when President Rawlings came there, I was the president of the Ghana Association. I hosted him in Southern California and all those things. So I was still involved in Ghanaian issues. But I thought, having lived here, why don't I make history? Then one day we got information that Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, candidate for office in Ghana, president, was visiting California. And then he came to LA, and we decided to host him for lunch in the auditorium of one of my schools. So he came there after lunch. I was introduced to him, and he couldn't believe that a Ghanaian was building schools in Southern California.
Yeah.
So he said, how are you able to do this? And I said, oh, Nana, I'll talk to you later. I said, no, say it. And at that time, Ghanaians in Western US have all come there. The current president of MPP USA, Obaya, was there. Alan Chiramatin was there, Osaf Mafo. All of them came with him. And then he said, tell us how you did it. So I explained to him how I was able to build the schools through what is called the charter schools, which are schools privately run but publicly funded. So I explained the whole concept to him. And then he asked me a simple question: would you consider coming back to Ghana to help me change the education system? And I said, I'll consider. And then later on, he will ask me to meet with Osafo to have a discussion. And I asked them, what are you guys going to do that requires that I leave what I'm doing here to come? And then senior minister, the Honorable Osafo, explained to me that they were going to do free secondary education. And I began to reflect. And I said, free secondary education. I said to myself, there were people that I went to middle school with who were smart like me, or maybe smarter, and couldn't have a chance in life because they didn't have a brother who could sell a pig.
Yeah.
They didn't have a father who was so determined to take them through secondary education, and therefore their life is very different from mine. So if somebody says you want every child to get the opportunity for secondary education and one day get more Yaw Adutwums, why not go and support him? But I also decided to go and talk to a mentor of mine, Mervyn Dimley, who was originally from Trinidad and became a teacher in Los Angeles, then went to Los Angeles State Assembly, and then became Lieutenant Governor of California, Deputy Governor. From there, he went to Congress. He was my mentor, politician, teacher turned politician, also from another country.
Right.
So I went to meet with him at a restaurant called Sizzlers, lunchtime, and I popped the subject. Somebody's running for president in Ghana. He wants me to come and support him. Do I go or do I stay here? And then before I could finish the next sentence, he said, yeah, I'll tell you one thing. You are doing great here. Your schools are doing well. We are proud of you. But America can do without you. Maybe your country cannot do without you. So I advise you to go back to your country.
That's interesting.
And help your country. So I went home. That statement convinced me, and I was ready to come back to Ghana. I didn't
I'm not in America, but it is recruiting me to convince myself as well.
Yeah, so I was ready to come. Because I reflected on my life. And I saw myself in America. And I remember a day when I was hiring a development, vice president for development, someone to help me raise funds. And 45 people applied. They all showed up for the interview. And one black man, 44 white men. I entered the room, everybody stood up because I was the boss. And reflecting on that life, I said to myself, this is the power of education.
Yeah.
And by the grace of God, I've made it. I've seen, experienced the American dream. And why shouldn't I go back? And maybe, as Dr. Mervyn Dimley have said, my country may not get the opportunity to do what Americans have done if I don't go. Or maybe when I go, I can contribute something to the transformation process of my nation. And one day I may be able to create more Adutwums whose future will be better even than mine. So I decided to come. And I decided that if I come, I'll then run for office as a member of parliament. And I decided to go to Bosomtwe, my constituency. Yeah. At that time, I built a high school there. And because Ghana had what they call cutoff, a number of rural poor students were not going to public senior high schools. And that is what aggravated the situation for the poor in Ghana. Because those who go to public schools, if they don't get a certain aggregate, they could not go to a public senior high school.
True.
And they will not have the money to go to a private senior high school. They were caught in the middle. So to help with that situation, I built a private high school in Bosomtwe. It was called Lakeview Senior High School.
Interesting.
And I recruited students from across the constituency. I paid all their fees to go to that senior high school so that they could have a chance at secondary education.
Wow.
So with that done, when I came back, they saw that I had done something.
Yeah, they had a reference.
A reference.
Yeah.
I also have a microfinance that was giving loans to women. It was also called Lakeview Microfinance. I had a junior high school there, basic school, everything. So I had a name recognition, but they didn't know my name. They knew me by the Lakeview doctor. So my research, I commissioned research to see if I could win. My research told me that they know me by Lakeview and not Dr. Adutwum. So I changed my posters. So I write Dr. Yaw Osei Adutwum and beneath I write Lakeview. It's connected. And I did a general election campaign, not a primary campaign. I went to the chiefs, I went to churches to tell them about my vision and what I wanted to do for Bosomtwe. And then before I knew, the town folks, the pastors were telling the delegates that we can't miss this opportunity. Go and vote for this guy. So there are times when I go to meet with the delegates and the whole town people will come there and say, you guys better vote for this guy. He's the hope of Bosomtwe, and you better vote for him. So the town folks, the chiefs, the pastors were putting pressure on the delegates to vote for me. And I remember having a meeting with the delegates, and one young man that I had sponsored through high school will come and speak before I speak, literally to introduce me, and will tell them his story of how, out of nowhere, I sponsored him. And at that time, he was at the university, and he would make the delegates cry sometimes.
Doc, I can dare say you have seen it all.
Yeah.
Impacted both abroad,
Yeah.
Ghana. Your contribution towards the education sector is not in doubt at all. Why do you need to be president? Why do you have to be president?
You see, I did a PhD in education policy and administration, and I majored in international education. And all the courses that I took was geared towards understanding why nations develop. And one thing that we discovered was that in the 21st century, 20th century, nations that have developed because they have a robust education system. We studied the Singaporeans and what they did. You see, in 1963, Lee Kuan Yew visited Ghana. And at that time, Ghana's economy was booming. Our country was doing so well. Economists around the world predicted that Ghana may become the first black African country to develop. There was great hopes for our nation. Somehow it didn't happen. Singapore, through Lee Kuan Yew, developed a robust education system, because when he visited Ghana and went back, it's on record that he said something, that he has come to see an African country that has resources that he doesn't have. And he will not be able to develop his country the same way Ghana was developing, because he doesn't have the soil for cocoa, he doesn't have manganese, doesn't have diamond. But what he had was the human beings that God has given to his country. He was going to develop them. So while he embarked on education, secondary education for everyone, and began STEM education, we didn't. We built factories that collapsed. They built factories that grew because they're human capital. They developed the engineers. Look at the case of China, late 1970s, when Deng Xiaoping visited Japan and saw Japanese transformation. China was a third world country like us. Things were not working out for them. But then, with his exposure from France, came and said, I'll change my country. He got the opportunity. But when he left Japan and came back to China, he did not start building factories. He looked at how Japan had transformed themselves and said he would do the same. So what he did was, he looked at the Chinese curriculum and recognized that the Chinese curriculum had a negative stereotype of Japanese and told a bitter history of Japan's aggression. So invariably, they were teaching Chinese children not to become like Japanese. And then he recognized that the more he teaches Chinese children not to become like Japanese, development was going to elude him, because they will scorn, they will look down on the Japanese transformation. So they changed the curriculum and removed all that from their history. Then he realized that they were not teaching mathematics the way Japanese had taught mathematics. So he sent teachers to Japan, to US and UK to learn how to teach mathematics. Upon their return, they also looked at the whole education curriculum and decided that they would focus on STEM education. Started building engineering universities. With engineers everywhere, 50,000 engineers a year, American companies were flocking there to build factories that they can produce for the American market. Chinese government was investing in infrastructure development and investing in building industry to produce for the Western market. Then after then, another president comes and decided that he will focus on engineering, middle-level engineers, 200,000 engineers a year. They made a goal. China was then booming. Industry was springing up everywhere. They were doing the same thing that Japanese were doing, and more. They buy one machine from UK, they will never go back to UK to buy the machine again, because they will imitate, they will create one of their own for themselves. Then another president comes and also decided we'll do 800,000 engineers a year. Everything was changing for them. And now, China is way ahead. Fishing villages have become modern cities. You go there and you can't believe that you can enter an airport and go to a place where you want coffee and a drone will come and serve you coffee.
Yeah.
Things have changed for them. No world, the third world country. I was sitting in the Parliament of Ghana when about exactly 2 weeks ago, Indian Prime Minister came
Modi, yeah,
to speak at Ghanaian Parliament. He made a profound statement that was lost on us. Nobody picked it up, and we didn't make noise about it. He said, by 2047, India will be a developed nation. It will have overcome poverty. 2047. Why is it significant? They were independent in 1947. So he was saying to us that we couldn't make it in 40 years, 50 years like Singapore and China, beginning from the late 1970s when they started transformation. We couldn't do what South Korea did. But 100 years will be developed. We were independent in 1957, 10 years after India became independent. Can we boldly say that by 2057 will be developed? And if not, why not? I need this nation to be proud of what we have accomplished. All presidents have done their bit and their part, from Kwame Nkrumah. Even through military regimes of Ankara and Afrifa and Kotoka, and coming down to Buzia and Champon and Rawlins, Mills, Kufuor, Mahama, Akufo-Addo, Mahama. Everyone have done their part, but we are not yet Singapore. And I think this generation of ours cannot leave this burden to our children. We have to do something. And we have to do it quickly. Because we are in the fourth, we are in the fourth industrial revolution. Things are changing so fast. They are moving. AI is changing everything. If we don't do it now at the early stage of AI and everything is taken over by these machines, and we may not be able to catch up. So I have a great sense of urgency. The sense of urgency that tells me we need to change this country.
And this is what you want to do.
This is what I want to do. I want to see a transformation that has never happened before. Ghanaians are so talented. We go abroad and we excel. And that's when I became the Minister for Education. I wanted to do the impossible. And the leadership of the president, I started transforming public schools. I thought it was the right thing to do. Post-COVID, not much money. But I talk to people around the world, go to the World Bank and say, can I build new schools with the money you've given to us? When I wanted to make sure we have leadership training for school administrators, I went to an organization called Big Win in the UK. They gave us money. We started the National Education Leadership Institute. When I wanted to turn around schools in the villages by setting up communities of excellence where every child succeed, I went to Jacob Foundation, Big Win. They gave me money to bring about community of excellence. Training in America, packaging loan bonds from my schools. After getting BBB- bond rating for my schools, I was able to borrow from Wall Street. 30 minutes, I sold 20 million worth of bonds. Got the money to build more schools in South Los Angeles. Wall Street is not a textbook for me. When I talk about the Wall Street, I've done it. I know how to be a player in the finance stage around the world and in the world. And Dr. Adutwum, what I did in education is just the beginning. And I believe that create a sense of urgency as a leader, rally the people to a better cause, let them know this generation owe it to ourselves to go the way of India. They've done it in 100 years. If we couldn't do it in 50 years, we owe it to ourselves to do it in hundreds and change the course of history of our nation. That is the sense of urgency
we
I
look
bring to
forward
this
to
process.
that. We look forward to that. Now I'm just sitting here thinking, this man, I've seen him so much in suits. Like, he's such a serious man. Oh God. Like talking about education every day. Oh my God. First, let's start with, do you have a favorite food?
Interestingly, I'll tell you one thing. I eat everything. It's so funny that I'm like, Shanti, I'm supposed to eat fufu all the time.
Okay.
Well, I'm not. Sometimes 3 months will pass and I haven't eaten.
You haven't had fufu?
Fufu, I get red, I'll eat gobe. I like it.
Yeah.
So favorite food.
Oh, we had.
Anything, anytime when I'm hungry.
You just eat it. You're not picky.
No,
I'm not
I'm not picky at all. Not at all.
Okay, but at least if you must eat fufu, is there a particular soup?
Peanut soup.
Okay, okay. You have some quality taste.
Gold,
If you're not thinking about policy, if you're not in parliament debating, what would you be doing for fun?
Actually, in the evening, I wind down by listening to music. Yeah, that's what I do at night time. I'll listen to music before I go and sleep. That's how I wind down from a hectic day. It makes me feel more relaxed. And, you know, my son will want me to do more Shatawale.
And the SM movement is right here.
And then I will personally will want to do Diana Hamilton more often. I like her songs. I see inspiration, and I see an individual who is so excited about what he does, what she does, and then once a while you can't do without Daddy Lumba, and he's a friend. So,
you've got some taste.
Yeah, Daddy Lumba. I visit him sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, so
let's play a little game. I came with my. Sometimes the agencies call it a Bluetooth game, Bluetooth device. I just want to play you a few.
Music?
Yes.
Music. Oh man,
I think I'll play
it's going to be difficult for me.
No, I promise you.
There are sometimes I know the music, but I don't know the one who sang.
You never know. You never know. Let's try this and see. I love Diana Hamilton as well. I am undeniable a Beam native. But I cannot deny the fact that your son must have some taste to love SM. Everybody loves Shatawale. Okay, so we're just going to play music. Would attempt
to tell you who sang it.
Who sang it? Have you heard it before?
Let me see.
Have you not heard it before?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm excited about this one. I get the chance to be able to put Doc on the spot.
Let's see.
To attempt. Let's attempt. Mefano Boko. We'll take it from, you know, something I think you will know.
Too familiar.
Which one is
Diana
this?
Hamilton.
Diana Hamilton. Okay, you're definitely a fan. We'll switch it up slightly. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see. I see people quite nervous for you.
This one is a tough one. You would think you're going the way of Miriam Makeba or somebody.
Nearly. Nearly. Nearly.
Nearly made it.
Nearly. You nearly. Okay, maybe this will. Let's see. That was very near, but I'm giving you an opportunity because it will be the same person. So let's see.
Is this artist who sang during the World Cup?
Yeah, I don't
You
know.
don't know. Oh, this girl, he sang for the World Cup in South Africa.
Still nearly.
Oh.
Okay, last one in this category, just maybe. Just maybe, because there was a collaboration between she and a Ghanaian artist. So let's see.
Yeah.
Mama meme, mama meme, mama me, mano jilo, mano jibako bako nana mai, mano jilo, mano jibako bako nana mai.
Let me push it to where.
Mano jilo, mano jibako.
Angelina something. Angelina something.
Angelina something. Angelina something.
Cho.
Angelique Kujo. Okay, that was like a third attempt before you got it. So let's
I got the
see.
first one right.
The first one,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but the second one,
absolutely. Okay.
I was missing in action.
This one is, if you don't get it, your son will not be happy.
Oh.
He will not be happy.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ah, the voice. I get the voice.
No, there's another person. There's another person.
Shatawale.
You're here to meet Shatawale. Shatta.
Yeah.
You have no idea who is a fan. You have a fan.
Yeah.
But in this song is another person that your son will still not be happy if you don't remember. Let's go. There's a dance to it. They do.
I know that song very well. Something like something. Medical. Oh boy, medical. I've seen him many times. I heard his music. I'm old school, so.
Okay.
But Shatta is clear.
You love Shatta then?
Oh no, the voice is. Whenever I hear it.
Let's try this one. Oh my goodness. Let's try this one.
Medical. This one for Kitty.
Come on.
Kitty.
There you go.
Kitty, yeah.
Okay, then maybe you love the love songs and all of that. It's smooth. It's smooth. Okay.
So it goes new school and old school.
Yes.
Of course. Lumba.
Daddy Lumba, of course. Daddy Lumba, of course. Everybody's all-time favorite. As for this one, if you don't get it.
Oh, I see. Let's see. I like the artist. He was one of my favorite artists, but the song has given me bad memories. Bad memories. Ankoye.
But you know the artist.
Oh, no, I know the artist, and I like him.
Okay.
I like him.
Okay, last one. Just the last one.
Christiana Love.
Yes. Obapa Christie,
Yeah,
Christiana
Obapa
Love.
Christie.
Oh,
Yeah, he's the one who sang on the
the show
United
that
Showbiz
yes. You remember the voice.
He's a good one.
Okay, finally, let's just.
Oh, I thought it was over.
We're done with the
songs
yeah. The songs
okay,
are
good,
over.
good,
The
good.
songs are really over.
I won't get into trouble with my
Yes,
son.
you know. Okay, so this one, you will tell me if it's true or false.
Oh. Woo, woo.
If it's true or false. First one, I have ever fallen asleep during a meeting. True or false?
True.
True?
It happened before. Oh, it happened to us all the time.
Okay.
But not my meeting.
Not when you're in someone else's meeting.
Meeting and it's a tiring day, 8 p.m. It can happen.
Okay.
But you just put yourself together. So
Okay. I once got in trouble for talking too much in class.
no. I was a quiet one. So respectful. If the teacher doesn't allow me, I was not going to talk. I was so
Okay.
good at that.
I feel like I believe it.
Yeah. Oh,
I
no,
feel like
no.
I believe it.
I was a perfect Ghanaian student. In America,
Kasa.
it's not good.
Okay.
But in Ghana, you won't kasa di.
Okay. I once, okay, I have ever cooked a full Ghanaian meal by myself.
Yes.
You have?
Ampesi. and yeah, you do ampesi and some kontomire.
The one you
Yeah,
puree. That's
so,
easy.
yeah,
That's
I've
easy.
done one before.
Okay. I sometimes rehearse my speeches in front of a mirror.
No,
You know?
never done it.
I love cartoons more than action movies.
Yes.
Did you have a nickname in school?
Did I? No. You see, interesting story about nicknames. I was running for student president and SP, Jache Pramso. All the contestants had nicknames.
Right.
Cooley, Opoman, and then Pabruni. So, everyone mans the platform and the children will start
Will chant
mentioning
their
their nicknames. So I said to myself, I'm in trouble, I don't have a nickname. So when it was my turn, I mounted the platform, the children had to say something, so they started saying SP, 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 and they voted for me.
And you're not. That's it. And that's our teacher. Then the last is
No,
SP. Yeah, maybe we should start with SP now. Thank you, dog.
Thank
Real
you.
pleasure for gracing my chair today on Personality Profile. And we wish you the absolute best in this journey. And we hope that the party recognizes this in you, the followers as well recognize this in you, and beyond that, the country as well understand the vision which you carry and that you want to put to birth. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you.